Hello, welcome back. Last time I started this hold and got thoroughly confused by everything because it was really hard to understand anything that's going on. I solved 2 rooms, even though I thought I hadn't. So this room's done, this room's done. This one is the next one that I need to do, and I think I understand how to solve this. I'm pretty sure standing here will solve it. Just enter from this corner. If not there, then any of these tiles. This one I'm not 100% sure about because it was like right on the diagonal line drawn by the oblique, but I believe that will cause the oblique to face west, light that fuse and blow itself up. Anyway, this room. So I was very worried about this. I felt totally stuck here at the end of my recording, thought about it for a while the next day, still felt totally stuck. It wasn't until this morning in the shower that I had the idea that I needed for how to make this happen. So I think I was kind of on the right track, I just needed to rotate. Rotate my frame of reference, and everything will make more sense. I'm going to be clearing actually kind of a lot of these briars. I need a very specific setup here. So this pressure plate right here has to be cleared off first. I have to destroy both of those briars so that it releases and opens that, because it has to be released first. Then a roach has to be on it for 2 turns, as I walk north and walk back south. There's no trickery I can pull with killing the roach from a distance, because anything that would kill the only thing in the room that could kill the roach from a distance is the floor spikes, and I would be on them too. So there's nothing I can do with that to kill it quickly, get access to this, having stepped on that, and leave the room. So here's the thing about this hold. It's confusing because there are a lot of elements in each room that don't directly have to do with the puzzle as I'm doing it. I have to figure out what's relevant and what's not, just because of the bizarre structure. Like this is going to test my ability to ignore elements of the room, like this Fagundo. I still cannot imagine what purpose it could possibly solve, with no presence of a power token in the room, nothing that it functionally does, really. I mean, it's basically just a wall, and no means of pushing it any direction. I cannot imagine what purpose that Fagundo could serve. Anyway, so this room, right. Gotta go up here and run back, and the roach needs to reach the pressure plate in time. The idea I had that was pretty much right was to get a bit north of where the roach is, so I can run up here, arrive there when the roach arrives on the pressure plate, and get back just in time. Problem is, I was thinking all of having the roach over here where I have very little room, but I have a lot of room down here if I just sort of rotate my way of thinking and give the roach a path up to this from down there. I need to stash him somewhere. Roachy, where you want to be for now? Can't really make you a nice home up here, so you know what, just stay there, you're fine. So I'm going to cut in from here. The plan is that I'm going to get my distance away from the roach vertically, then move diagonally in this direction. Okay, here, let me do this. Roach gets stashed right there. Just so you're out of my way. This is going to be an incredibly inefficient demo. I don't care, I just want to get this done somehow. Okay, so I'm making a big mess of this. How am I going to stash the roach there and escape? Like this, I guess? Okay, pickaxe. You're a tricky tool to use sometimes. Okay, don't be in such a rush. Here. That's where the roach is going, and I will have a way out. Okay? So yeah, another part of my problem here is just it's again sometimes hard to think with a pickaxe because it pushes things differently from other tools. I feel the spear and staff and caber are more intuitive. The pickaxe is the one I have the most trouble pushing things with. Alright, so path the roach is going to take. It's going to come up this column. Oops, no, hold on, careful how you carve that. So roach needs to sit here. How's that gonna happen? So the roach needs to sit here and see a large wall there. I'm going to lure it this way, then walk diagonally up here and have the distance that I need. It'll do this and go up there just fine. But how will I stash it here, is my question. That's the part I'm not sure about yet. I think I know. Let's stash it here? No, here? I think that'll give me enough, and then I can actually carve this in a way that'll make that possible. So I'll put it in this spot, transfer it to here. Oh, well, why don't, if I'm doing that... Okay, so a much simpler way to do it. Yeah, so this is also causing me to have to think about, like, how do I paint a situation that's going to be to my advantage? It's one of these sort of freeform puzzles where you draw your own walls, however you want them to work. How do I want them to work? That's not always something easy to answer. Anyway, I think this will do the job if I can get the roach off me, and then down here, I need to not face that way. Okay, gotta push it. Can't pull, must push. Okay. Now how do I push you to the south? Well, let me start you there, and then... Dude, I don't know. Have I made... I mean, so, yeah, the thing about, like, puzzles here where I draw my own walls and stuff is it's so easy to accidentally make it way harder on myself than it needs to be. There. Okay, roach is in place. So here's what I do. Let's get the timing right. So I'm going to want to... Well, let's just, without bothering with timing, let's just observe what this does. So I'm going to step here, then head in this direction. I arrive there. So for the roach, I want that to be 2 turns later. So I'll do 2 waits in here. For the spikes, I want to... So let's see, I want to wait 3 before I start, and then wait 2 while the roach is already going. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Right? Spikes go. Roach arrives 1 too late. Okay, so I need... So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Spikes are the same, roach is 1 more ahead. There we go, I did it! I'm facing the wrong way. Okay, so... I need to... So just be turned a different way. Hang on, what clock tick was that on? I don't know. Alright. Let's rederive this. Face the proper direction. This one's fine. Alright, so I'm on 23. I waited 3 for the roach, I think? Well, now... Which way do I face? South? Okay, so I'm on... 28. 1, 2, 3. I want 1 earlier. Okay, so I want 27. 27. 1, 2, 3. Wrong. 29. 29. 1, 2, 3. Spikes go, roach arrives, I hit conquer token, and I can survive. Yay! I did it! Okay. Still have no idea what this is supposed to be for. While you have that pickaxe, you can't do anything with it. Okay, so, so now here's where this gets weird. That needs to be... Oh, no it doesn't, that's fine. Alright, I think I understand. Anyway, I can go this direction now. Yay! Note, you do not need to interact with this room unless you wish to master the hold. Well, of course I do. But okay. That's a lot of briar roots. So this is the briar root quadrant. You're on a force here. Thin ice. Okay, but what this is telling me is I don't need to mess with this right now. I can wait. Whoo! Alright, let's leave that alone for now. This doesn't even have... This is a white room. There's nothing to solve here directly. Still not totally sure why this clone is here. Yeah, don't know about the clone, don't know about the disarm token. This has opened a path to this direction. Now I can't... Okay, this is the powder keg quadrant. So it's like, it's not just that each room is divided into 4 squares, it's that they're shifted over. It's as if there's an entire room of powder kegs that's, you know, half a room over this way and half a room over this way. So it's basically all powder keg in this quad. So I can surmise that this is gel, this is gel, this is gel. This is floor spikes, this is floor spikes, that's floor spikes. I've observed that. So I don't need to mess with... Okay, so here's what I can do. Step in here. My solution didn't work. Okay, I guess I need to do it from here. So I do need to interact with this room. All right. So this is the next place to go. Oh, there's a scroll. Challenge. Conquer this room without using the speed potion. Okay. I see that it involves fluff. And fluff vents. Okay. Pickaxe isn't going to help me tremendously with briars here. Fluff will eventually, I guess? Whoa. Whoa. That does weird things. Alright, so you have done that. Alright, so now it's just fluff survival. Okay, fluff survival, I can do that. Can carve myself out an easy little space here. That speed potion is all the way down there. I don't have the option to use it yet. Oh, right, and fluff does not grow over Bethro, only puffs do. I can't step to the north, so I'm going to have to step there first. How do I... Oh, a briar has to grow there, excuse me? Oh. So I was taking the wrong action. Instead of traveling in there, I want to rescue briars. And that's why it's hard without the speed potion, because the briars are in danger. Okay, so the first point at which I can go in there is right now. This is the first time I get any opportunity to do anything. Now I can't really open the way to those briars myself yet. I'm going to have to wait until it's down to 1 root. Let them grow in time. Perhaps I could disconnect this fluff blob from the others. Let's see if I can get myself positioned such that I can do that. If I can, then I will be able to in time. Right, and since fluff doesn't grow over me... Yeah, this bomb has to go off because this is all pit. That's the only way I can walk in here, and the only thing that can set off a bomb without me dying is the briars. So briars have to do that for me. Okay, so if I wanted to position myself to be able to disconnect this... Oh right, you can't squish a puff against a room edge. I remember. This is not really accomplishing much. That accomplished nothing whatsoever. Alright, so my plan had been that I wanted to disconnect this from the other part. So that should allow... Well, it's just going to grow back. Yeah, I can't go back and forth that quickly. I made some headway. Yeah, okay. So keep on disconnecting. Well, this is not making headway. Well, yes it is. More space is open than was open before. However, I'm in a weird like middle spot here. I really need to turn... Okay, so I need to not do that. I need to instead do... Oh boy. I can do that. Well, this didn't do what I wanted it to. I think I'm okay, though. Yeah. So, all I'm doing is fighting fires at this point, though. When do I get to the point where I'm actually, like, accomplishing stuff, I wonder? I have two thingies open here. So what exactly do I want this briar to do? I mean, grow over that bomb and destroy it. That's the basic story. When I've opened up enough space here, I can probably start... Huh, there's floor there. I guess that's my status light, so I can tell whether I've cleared the room or not just by glancing at the map. Need neutral floor space for that. Okay, so this is still going to all grow shut all at once. No, it doesn't. It only grows from this end. Right. And only expands orthogonally, so those little notches stay. Okay. And I can use my body because I need to be turning my thing anyway. Those puffs were absorbed. I don't know. For now, I'm just going to do this for a bit. It feels about right, so it's what I'm doing. Every puff kind of matters here. Oh dear. You just go away. Boy, I'm making this messy. Yeah, so... leaving puffs there will not make my job easier. Like, it really is just one bit of progress per move, plus the amount of time I have to turn. Because those puffs just don't go away if I leave them there. They stay. I have to squish each one individually. So yeah, is this... So apparently I'm doing the challenge now. Might not be the best idea, but here I go. So right, this move doesn't squish any puffs, it just separates them. I need to always be squishing. I feel like I've stopped making any forward progress. And I've started again. Let's tidy this up. That one little guy is hard to handle. If I wait one, do this, he's stunned. Awkward. So awkward. But now I don't have a straggler. Now I have a gap of 3. Thing is, I don't want this briar to just be growing out of control, but I have this down to a point where I can poke one thing and it will start growing. I can get a protective barrier of fluff. The fluff will destroy the briar. Briars work kind of like pits for briars. Briars work like pits for briars. Fluff kind of works like pits for briars, doesn't it? In that it will, it'll stop diagonal growth and all the things that pits do. Okay, this is much more uniform and easier. Why? Why would this be easier than the other way? I think it's just because I have more vertical room to move around now. Okay. So push the frontier. Or maybe I just figured out a better pattern than the one I was using. Slow but steady. Alright, but while I do this, let me think about my overall approach. I don't want a big wide hallway. I just want a little space for briars to grow, and couldn't that little space just be over here? So let me just defend this one little spot from the advancing fluff frontier. Briar just has to grow. Okay, so with fluff vents there, that's always going to refluff. So let me see... Yeah, so I do want a narrow little hallway. Okay, I think a thing that I do want to do here is going to be not get killed by this puff if possible. Some of that. Yeah, that's a good thing. And you know what? This might be all I need, actually. Yeah, I think I have enough. Just make sure this is clear. Make sure it can get in there. Make sure it doesn't get overgrown yet. I kind of want this to connect, but I can't let it. So I'm going to have to leave it disconnected as it is like this. It's fine. Okay, so now that needs to change. Okay, so that part got too narrow. And now I have Briar and Fluff at the same time. Yeah, I think I've failed this. Like, that's almost what I want. Oh, wait. Okay, here we go. So now if I disconnect it from down here, things will be better. Yeah, just keep disconnecting this and I should be good. Eventually. It's not a fast way to do it, but it should work okay. This right over here really needs to be disconnected now. Whoa. Wait, what? Okay, I got there just in time. That was the last possible turn I could have done that. Alright, come on, Briar. Grow just a little bit more. You're almost there. Right, again, no diagonal expansion, so I'm going to need to keep that space clear. It's fine. You're almost there. I always land on a turn where that's going to hit me. Okay, so it's as close as I can get it, pretty much. Oh, it's going to be encroaching into my territory now, isn't it? Well, not exactly. Alright, so you're all Briar growth right now. Clearing this up is not going to do me much good. I'm going to stand here and block. I can't. Okay, so standing on a fluff vent does cause me problems. If that Briar could grow one more time before the fluff grows, I'd be done. But I don't think it will. It will! It did. The bomb is gone. Okay, so now I can allow it to be overtaken. There we go. Okay, challenge done. Cool. Cool. Lightning fast. If you say so. With 1500 moves on the clock. Alright, Omplik. Go ahead and just die from here. There we go. Omplik go boom. Yay! Okay, I unraveled an entire corner. I've earned myself a pickaxe. Everything is pretty good. Hey, let's get a first place tie here. There. Just because I know I can. Alright, so, it didn't show up. Is Caravel not being slow? Do I have a... This room does not record high scores. Oh, okay. Well. I guess the only solution is trivial like that, so why would it? Okay. So, I have a pickaxe, which lets me do what exactly? Go here. Whole new place. No, that didn't open anything else new, right? There's no way to go here, because this I couldn't step onto this at the start of the turn, even though I could get to these edges. There won't be anything down here or over here, so there's no reason to investigate. It's all blocked off, based on what this scroll said. So, where do I go from here? I guess I'll try this. Well, let's explore. This looks almost like a kind of normal room. That looks not too dissimilar from a normal room. Okay, so this is the platform quadrant. Got arrows there to stop me from going anywhere, though. If I wanted to travel, I can travel in this direction. Further onto the trapdoor quadrant. Here's the stairs quadrant. This would have to be open to get to those. Why is there a seating beacon in this room? This room's not even... This is a white room. What does a seating beacon do in an empty room? I mean, nothing, right? It does turn it red. What the heck? There are no monsters here. What? Wait, there's a roach. Oh, that's what happened. I obliterated the roach because I stepped onto that tile. That's what happens if you step... If on turn 0 you occupy the same space as a monster. Even like if it's a rock golem at a room edge, you can eliminate its rubble that way, which is pretty interesting. Okay, there was a roach there. So if I want to reseed this room, I can. Why would I want to? I don't know. Non-growing briars. No pickaxe to deal with them. Some powder kegs to possibly do that. Decoy potion. Water skipper. The thing I guess I'm interested in is whether I can get up there. Because for some reason I want to see this guy build his stuff. I don't quite have the tools to push these kegs around and... Oh, I almost do. But how am I going to drop this trapdoor? Doesn't seem like I am. Now hang on, this is 24 powder kegs. So if this fuse would blow up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Well, I mean I can't... No. I can only penetrate one explosion width into there because they all explode at once. So I can't use these to cut a hole in the briar and sneak my way in there. Ah, but you know what I can do? Hold on. So, right. There's stuff to the south that I can do, but I'm kind of more interested in unraveling this half of this room. Problem is that this is closed now, so I'm going to have to blow it up instead of pickaxing it, okay? Ah, so now powder keg rescue becomes a thing. Alright. See, this seems like an almost semi-normal puzzle. Gonna have to smash that mirror, or move it off. That's fine. Ah, I finally understand what the clone and the disarm token are for. What they're for is to allow me to... Ah! Okay, so I can't do that, as it turns out. I thought I could rearm and put my sword in a powder keg without detonating it. Why did I think that? Of course you can't. That doesn't work. Alright, I'm going to have to blow up this entire thing then, if I want to get any... Well, I mean, I can smash that mirror and gain access to, like, 7 more powder kegs. I guess I can also disarm so that I can push these a little bit more friendly. Yeah, let me get another one out of there, and what am I trying to do? Really just gain access to this area. So blow up this briar. Okay, that's simple enough. Hang on. That's all the kegs I get. Oh, I used too many. Okay, so I didn't get this entire corner. Right, of course. I can't pull them out that way without some sort of pushing tool, which I don't have anymore. I lost my ability in this room to do that. That's farther than I can go. Okay, so that's as much as I can do there. Don't think there's any reason to keep these mirrors around. I think they're just for smashing so that I can access... So I get 2 more powder kegs here. I think what I want to do is stick you... Oh... If I push you down there, I can't push you back up. Okay, so you know what? I have no idea how I'm supposed to... do this then. Whoops, I was the wrong B throw, so I left the room by accident. Okay, so to get a powder keg to blow up this briar, it has to be here. Or here or here, but here's the easiest, obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 spikes deep. So I'm going to have it stop off. So that means... How many kegs do I get? Is it just 3? So I need to do that. Mirrors aren't going to help me. I need kegs. If I'm looking at this correctly, I only get 2 more of these kegs. I get this one and this one. So my plan was that I was going to do something like that, then detonate this one over, like, here, so that I create a place to the south where I can shelter a keg for a moment, then push it again to the north and get it here. Problem is I need another keg for that, and I'm out. I've already used all that I get, it seems. I can blow up this entire field of kegs. Is there some way I'm not seeing that would allow me to actually push one of these around still? So let's see, if I wanted to do that, so let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Beether has to get to safety. No, it seems like I want to do something like this. But I have to have one initial explosion, then another one, another 2 to carve this far south into the briars. That's required. Every keg in here just has no way to blow up. Or be pushed, rather. I can make them all blow up. Right. Everybody go boom. Loud noise. Accomplishes nothing. And by the way, I can't go any of these... Wait, I can... What? Excuse me? I can step onto a powder keg? Oh, that's why the clone is there. This is news to me. I can obliterate a powder keg by walking onto it from the room edge. Well, I learned something new. That's bizarre. Okay, so let's play with that idea then. Okay, so if I obliterate one of these... Yes, that lets me get another. Okay, so that not only gives me access to a new room up here, but it also lets me solve this one. I learned a new mechanic. Yeah, okay, so this is almost like a hold... Oh, hey, that gets me 2 more kegs. This is almost a hold that's about room edges as an element, which is fascinating. I don't need these mirrors. They go smash. I'd like to be disarmed, and then push this as far as it's going to go, which is about this far. Okay. And then I need 2 of you. You to go here. And you will go here, and then I need to run differently. Okay, so that was not the correct way to do that. Let's rescue this instead. Friendlier way to do that is like this, then I can stand here. Okay, so then I have the... Actually, I can do one better. There we go. So now I can move a keg here, stand here, and push it there. And I even have an extra. This hold is amazing, and so different from anything else I've ever played. There we go. There we go. There we go. Check it out, I'm here. Why does this close this arrow? What's the point of that? That I don't understand in the slightest. Another extraneous room element. Don't worry about it, it's just like this Fagundo. Okay, you know what? I'm too curious to stop. Gotta see what happens when you build all those trapdoors. Ah! I see! That's what happens! Citizens will not be harmed by floor spikes. Okay, so this right here is still a puzzle. I need to force you to build this specific trapdoor. Can I? Yes. Okay, so then you have a way to... But this closed that, so I need to exit the... Oh, okay, well, hey! I figured out the purpose of this force arrow. So I have to exit here, come back here, This is incredible. Dude. What a hold. Okay, so now you... Really? Yeah, no, you can't get around. You have no path because this force arrow's in the way. So you know what? I don't think... So really, you're just my enemy. You'll never be able to finish your work and give me a path up there. However, check it out. While, yes, you close that door, I can reopen it. And make it all the way to the corner. Okay, good. Oh, this is a secret. Oh, okay. I guess I wanted to go to the other corner. Oh, boy. Alright, well that let me see a new room at least. Now I'm kinda... Okay, I'm not stuck because he lets me out there. Well, this is super cool. Okay, anyway, there are lots. All my options are open now. I opened up my options, that's what I wanted the most. Okay, great. So many ways to go. Fascinating traversal puzzles, learning whole new mechanics all around room edges and stuff. This is so cool. Alright, I'll see you next time to pick some direction and give it a try.